I'm reaching for what I believe in, and I must never stop rising, rising, rising. Never stop rising.
Yes, family, what is happening? Welcome back to another Unique Sessions. I have a very special guest in the building, man. Very special guest. Oh my days. I wrote down a few points, bro. Wow, man, he does so much, but I just want to keep it stum. I keep talking all day, man. Look, he works with Zoe Records. Zoe Records. If you don't know about Zoe Records, I suggest you go Google right now. He's a director of his own company, FMG, Freedom Music Group. He's an artist in his own right, man. I'm sure a few cuts. Check out the cuts.
Round here we never back down, never back down. Love to my frenemy. Had the real battles with the enemy. I guess they have to murder me. Round here we never back down, never back down. Love to my frenemy. Had the real battles with the enemy. I'm talking about idolatry.
Yeah, you know already, innit? Yeah, artist in his own right. A social activist, that's right. How many times do you hear that? A real social activist, that's a rarity in this day and age. And of course, his project, Murder the Flesh, is in all e-stores right now. If you Spotify, Deezer, iTunes, YouTube Music, check him out. Trust me, I introduced to you Freedom. My bro!
Appreciate it.
My bro, man. It's good to have you here, fam. It's good to have you here. It's been, it's an overdue, fam. Overdue.
Yeah, definitely,
Check out the Fork and Knife Gang.
Fork and Knife Gang.
If you want to find out more, his website and social handles will be below this video.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All day, bro. All day. It would be wrong if I didn't, bro. It'd be an absolute crime. Yeah, man. I brought him in today because he knows what he's talking about when it comes to this topic. He is well versed on it. He knows. Trust me, man. He's been in the game. He's been in the works. If you were at the Bizzle concert, there's somebody that's responsible for that in the UK. Trust me, the man knows what he's talking about. And the topic we're talking about today is Christian infrastructure. Is there any, bro?
Yeah. I guess in a nutshell, my answer would be yes, there's a Christian infrastructure there.
Yeah.
Now the size, the scale, and all of that, that's debatable.
Okay.
There is or not. Yes, we can surely will find out.
Yeah, of course. Everyone has their own views then. Man, I guess what I want to know is, right, there's CHH.
Oh yeah.
And then there's GG, I call it Gospel Grime, GG in the UK and that. And I guess what I want to know is like your take on it in terms of how closely knit are they? Because CHH is an American name, while GG, Gospel Grime,
homegrown.
Get me? Yeah, it's homegrown stuff. So even though CHH is more of a global movement now, to be honest, it's out there. While Gospel Grime is still finding its legs, it's very, very niche. Yeah, grime itself is niche, and but it's actually quite commercial now. But still, and then there's Gospel Grime under that. Like, do you see a difference in that?
Well, I guess there is like a difference in that, but obviously when it comes to just marketing, it tends to be like A, B, C, or D kind of thing. So it's likely that you fit in one of those categories. Okay. I mean, for a very long time, gospel music fit in like soul, or then we have Christian music, contemporary Christian music, and so forth. They all kind of fall into one category. Okay. For a very long time, for example, artists like Lecrae would win the gospel award, but really he's a hip hop artist. He's a rap artist, but he's falling under that category. Okay. So I feel like according to major scale, you may fall underneath one category, but within itself there is definitely differences depending on people that that listen to and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, in case I didn't mention it, CHH is Christian hip hop. Christian hip hop. I heard there's GHH now, I think, which is gospel hip hop. But let's not even get too deep into that one. But yeah, CHH is Christian hip hop, and it's. I'm careful when I say this, but it is the main title for what we do right now, regardless of what subsection you're in, unless you're really into titles. So with that, we were talking about. I guess what I'm really curious on is. Because you've been working in this, bro. Yeah. Do you see Gospel Grime in the same light as Christian hip hop?
Yes, for the UK population. But at the same time, I would say no, based on like the numbers and interaction. Maybe because obviously, like we said at the beginning, that grime is still pretty niche. There's only a few people that bang grime.
Really
but hip hop
true.
is global phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
everywhere you listen to hip hop. So I guess
yeah.
there's more people listening to hip hop or familiar with hip hop. There's some people that still thinking what's grime, like, which is kind of silly if you're asking what's grime now, just because of like the charting and the things that's been happening in the mainstream world street. But I feel like in the sense, yes, hip hop is definitely a bigger brand than grime is, because grime is still UK, it's still growing, it's still spreading. I'm not sure if it's covered everywhere at the moment.
Okay. If that's the case, then you know how you mentioned all the different sections like contemporary Christian music, and all these ones. Would you say, first of all, before I even go further, like Christian hip hop is more or less treated the same as them ones now? Because you know there's the contemporary Christians, Christian rock, all these other different labels that they give to different aspects of Christian music. So would you say CHH is more or less on the same level of respect as them ones?
Regarding that one, I don't think so. Just because like when it comes to looking at major platforms, major awards, major festivals, you might have one Christian hip hop artist on it. Let's take for example our good friends at Big Church Day Out. So when they put on a show, on the headline concert, you might have an example, maybe S-Hole on the lineup, or Andy Craig or Andy Melo. And that's very much it, I think. Maybe you might have a Governor B representing from the UK up there, and then that's kind of very much it. But it'll be filled with more of the CCM stuff going on. You know what I mean? And even gospel artists are coming on the lineup now. So I feel like not very much respect on the level, but it's definitely appreciated and know the impact of it, and it's used where it's effective according to like the wide scale thing. That's kind of how I see how CHH fits in with that.
So it's not like, you know, it's seen in a good way, but would you say it's more of a borderline filler, just to fill a certain box, or would you say it's something that they genuinely see as, this is something weighty that should be looked at?
No, I definitely think the CSI should be looked at, because obviously ticket sales will be affected if there's not much like hip hop artists on the lineup. You know them ones. You need to have somebody that was going to attract that audience. And having, and I don't want to talk about Big Church that too much, but having spoken to a few of them, they are looking to expand their audience and reach new market and stuff. So, and I know that includes implementing more of the urban sound as well. Because if they're looking to get more inner city people from like London and so forth, therefore they will need to have more people from London or that resonate with the music. The number one music genre in London is still urban. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna have that on your festival, then likely most Londoners will come to it. Let's go far from pictures there now.
Okay, cool. I get it. I guess the next point I wanted to know is like in terms of like what I'm talking about with the infrastructure behind CHH and the infrastructure behind UK urban music per se. Would you say like what do you think is do you think there's something missing, first of all? Like in terms of what needs to be in place, because bro, you've been doing this, working with record labels, organizing high profile events. So would you say, like from your experience and what you've seen, do you feel like there's certain things that could be added to or put in place a bit more in terms of the UK sound, homegrown UK music in general?
Yeah, I think we need to have more publishing companies, just because we are kind of like one-sided in terms of live performances and record. Okay, we don't have much record labels, number one. We need to have, we still need the old infrastructure, like record labels, publishers, and promoters that really bang hard for this. Platforms such as, you know, KC Mix, I think they're kind of like tunnel vision with what they're doing. So that's why I mentioned them. There's other platforms, but they appreciate all the other journals on it. So I think if we talk about just the CHH, we need to have more platforms that are kind of tunnel vision, that believe in what they're doing in terms of CHH and build upon it. But why I mentioned publishing first, because it allows us to cross over outside of just the live performances. It allows us to get into synchronizing. Recently, there was a film put out, a little short film on YouTube called Amani, and they featured a song by Still Shady on it. So things like that, I think it needs to be happening more. And we can only do that when people understand like the actual business element, the practical element that builds the infrastructure. Then we can spread much more than just, you know, maybe a show every 3 months or so. You get me? yeah, that's kind of how I see.
Okay, shout out to Still Shady, by the way.
Jeez,
Shout out to my man doing his thing still. If that's the case, is there obstacles holding this back from happening more in terms of more publishing companies, more of these types of companies popping up, especially for the genre and the field that we're in? Is it like obstacles, financial obstacles, or is it more like the majority of people in this field haven't caught on to that need yet? What would you say?
I'll say a lot of people know what's needed, but I don't think they're necessarily taking it on.
Okay.
And those people that are taking it on, they can't take on everything, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Right now we have companies that don't only do management, they have to do management, they have to do events, they have to do this, they have to do. It's too much.
It's a lot.
We need more people to kind of like, you know, get behind this, so that way we're able to make sure we have solid infrastructure, do more than we can do.
Actually do,
you get me? Because that's kind of like what I think it is. So obviously financial challenges are always going to be there. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to like those companies and so forth, we have to be able to prove that we are actually selling tickets, we are actually selling records. Those things are needed in order for us to be able to show that this is feasible, this is something that people are interested in. Unfortunately, just having your whole church at a concert doesn't show that you have sold out, that people have turned out. No, they just came to a regular service and you press play and record. You get me? You need to take it further than that. And when we start taking it further, there are real numbers, then I guess, we can obviously grow.
Okay, like like taking it out there, do you mean like just, because I see things happening now, obviously, like back in the day, not in the Carnival had the God Corner. Things like that. Like, do you mean just going to places we know already has platforms and then try and create our sections there? Or is it more like taking initiative and like trying to, I know you have to get that licensing and permission to use a public place or public ground, but do you think we need to, is it more to do with that, or is it more just making awareness with the people and trying to make it work backwards?
Yeah, I think it's all of that, to be honest. It's all of that, because it starts inside as well. Like, before we even go out there, we appreciate our home sort of thing. Like, it's a church that allowed us to have that platform. We just call on our feelings, like, you know what I mean? After we deal with that, when there's like unity, there's understanding that this is actually something that functions, this is something that works. We can see the impact that's happening through this music, and the church appreciates it. Not just the church, the Christians, the people that actually bang this out, they appreciate it. When that's done, then I think, of course, we need to do more. Because there's no point of us hiring a whole park to throw on a big festival. I've been in those situations where they hire the park, they put on a festival, and maybe just a few church came through.